What up, what up, what up? Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Welcome to the show. As always, it's your host, Wes. Hanging out, doing the thing, see what's happening. What's up, Tech Ken? Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. Vacation was awesome, man. We had such a good time in Miami. Still a little sunburned. Now I'm peeling really bad. It's kind of gross. It's kind of fun just peeling layers of my skin off. But we got a lot to talk about tonight. It should be a good one. We got the VMPX mint strategy, some new tools on Zen Turbo we're going to look at. We're going to talk about my strategy for VMPX. We got the bitmap blockout So tonight's going to be the Blockout party. They just launched the Discord. After the stream, I'll be over in 8-Bit's Twitter space. I hope everybody comes and hangs out. If you're into the bitmap thing, it's definitely an eclectic crowd. And then we're also going to do the $100 DCA, TreeCityTrading DCA. We'll probably keep that pretty simple this week. But as always, we'll start out with Bitcoin on the daily chart. And look at this candle. That's quite some volatility today. It's kind of funny that it actually opened up green. It closed green after the day we had. So overnight into the morning, Bitcoin had a pretty nice pump up to 31,200. And then it was announced that the SEC denied the BlackRock ETF. They told BlackRock there's no Bitcoin ETF. Then Bitcoin dumped all the way from 31,200 way down to 29,500. And then the SEC came out and said, well, no, hold on, we're not denying it. They just have to refile it with some new language. And then they refiled it. So the ETF's back on, if you will. And like, that sounds like textbook price manipulation, man. Look at that. That's insane. That's a crazy looking doji candle. I mean, technically, we're back in the pattern that we drew a couple days ago, so that's interesting. You can see the RSI that we drew on the daily here is starting to break out a little bit, but we're not seeing much price action, which isn't a good sign. Once the RSI starts moving up, the price will start moving up as well. But it was a wild day for Bitcoin, and I think that's going to be the last straw with Gary. Like, he's actively manipulating the Bitcoin markets. I want to see the short that he has open. TechEn says BCH is pumping, eCash is pumping, Litecoin pumping. Man, what year is it? Is it 2017 all over again? That's funny. All the altcoins going. All the old altcoins. I think of that because a lot of those were mentioned in the ETF. So in the other ETFs, actually, with the other institutions. So Bitcoin's still doing its thing. Really, we're right back where we were yesterday, but was a wild day, very volatile. Let's head over to Crypto Bubbles, see what's going on for the day. What is this? XEC. Oh, is that eCash? Yeah, that's eCash. That's funny. Yeah, look at that big old green bubble up 73%, man. You're not kidding. That's wild. The Litecoin's up 30%. Bitcoin Cash is up 23%. That's pretty cool. What is Satoshi's vision, though? How is this even a coin still? That's crazy. Bitcoin SV. Bitcoin Satoshi's vision. It's nice to see some green in the altcoins, too. So that's a good sign. Unfortunately, we have Radix down 6% on the bad news of their smart contract platform delay. FTT pumped big yesterday, so they're taking some natural retrace. But you can see they're still up 75% on the week. Then we got the usuals. Hex up 8%, Solana up 5%, Optimism up 8%. Everything's green, so that's good to see. For the most part, anyway. Let's head over to Dex Screener, take a look at our watch list here. Looks like Zen's just hanging out, kind of moving sideways. Up 2%, which is nice. Starting to see some green candles, and yeah, look at that. Hopefully this is our little double bottom scenario, even though it's not perfect. It kind of breaking out and slowly moving up. It's not a very volatile. It's a nice drastic slow push up, which is what we want to see. That's a good sign. Hopefully this just becomes a big bowl with a cup and handle that shoots way up to the upside. Of course, with Zen, it depends. Got to see some new burn projects come out. We got to get people bullish and buying Zen. I think now it is a good time to buy Zen. If you're expecting to burn in the burn auctions, you don't have Zen coming, you're going to want to buy Zen at a low price. And right now it's looking like it's a low price. So the bitmaps are all gone, bro. Oh, I know for sure. How crazy is that? It's been completely minted out. We'll go over some of the bitmaps. I listed a couple yesterday, just kind of being funny. Listed a couple for 20 bucks. Highly doubt any of them sold. But it is kind of crazy seeing some of those prices. Oh yeah, I forgot I bought this guy when I was watching Crypto Bro this morning. Bought one of these little Pepe frogs. Thought that was funny. I completely forgot about that. I'm a sucker for NFTs though. I got a couple of them. I got 2 Pulse Punks as well over on Pulsechain. What's up, Penny? Welcome, welcome. Been buying a bunch of Zen on the lower chains for the auctions. Hell yeah, that's what's up. Let's see how they're doing. Look at Phoenix up 42%, but it's down 21%. It's being as volatile as Bitcoin. Let's zoom in here, see what's going on. Still very low volume. Only $450 of liquidity on the Phoenix Zen pair. But everything else is moving up nicely. We got Rat Pulse up 13%. That's kind of nice to see. Hopefully this was a little bottom here. Kind of see it's breaking out here quite a bit. Hopefully that continues to the upside. Looks like we might have some resistance if it gets up to here. Hopefully it can break above this and do what we all hope it does, right? I'm getting excited about Zen on Pulsechain. I feel like that's a sleeping beast. How's PZen doing? PZen's up 6%. I mean, it's just kind of doing its thing. I'd like to believe that this is a bottom, you know. Hopefully it kind of stays down here until some activity picks up over on Pulsechain. Got a lot of green over here today, so that's good to see. Hex on Pulsechain is up 18%. I sold that right when it launched though, and I was really glad that I did. I was thinking about buying back in, but I just haven't yet. I'd rather buy Zen with it. I'm just not a big fan of Hex anymore. Need a Richard Hart stream is what it really is. You can see the Ink token still struggling, but it's kind of finding that rounded bottom like Zen. Hopefully these just continue to the upside. Pulsex up 12%. We got the smallest little breakout on the massive falling wedge since launch. So we got to see it get above 4218 and then 7214. That would be really nice to see, right? Let's go take a look at the whole Zen watch list, see if there's any big movers in the ecosystem today. Pulsechain Zen down 25% against PLSX. Against PLSX though, I guess Pulsex is pumping pretty hard today. Cosmos Zen down 20% or up 20%. OK Zen up 10%. I imagine these are people buying cheap Zen for the burn parties, trying to get their allocations in. But it's good to see you know, the motherland Zen crypto on ETH, the Ethereum is kind of feels like our home, you know, and that's good to see some green there. Phantom's up 2%. We got Binance Zen up 1.5%. Good to see though. We got a lot of green today, so that's exciting. Take a look at DB Zen, see if we have any movement over here. Maybe. So we got the Ethereum proof of work chain DXN up 23%. Got Moonbeam Zen up 11%. But man, there's just some big whale manipulation over on DB Zen on ETH, unfortunately. Every time it starts working its way up, we get these, and you can see it. This is probably just one person. One dump, wait for the buyback. 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 So they dumped it all the way down here, and now they're waiting for it to get back up. And then tomorrow they're going to burn a bunch of Zen and get a bunch of DXN, and they're going to drop it halfway down, wait for people to buy it back, drop it halfway down. It's kind of making me salty, so I've been like wondering who's doing it. So I'll use these filters over on Deck Screener, and I'll set it to like a minimum of 5 ETH transactions. Yeah, and look at this wallet, dumped 12 ETH of DB Zen right around noon a couple days ago. Let's try 3. I'm curious who's doing it today. And this is a bad habit of mine. This is definitely my wallet watching syndrome. Give me a block explorer. I'll see what's going on. In this, it's this 1500, 1000, 1000. It does look like it's different wallets though, but it's the same strategy, I'm pretty sure. Yep. That's exactly what's, so they get their DVZN, they dump it. They get more DVZN, they dump it. They get more, they dump it. And they're playing the liquidity game. It's what it is. I mean, it's all fair crypto. They earn the right to be whales, so I'm not mad at them. I just want, I hate to see this. Like this stair stepping like is so manipulated. This is worse than a falling knife. It's just waiting for people to buy back so you can liquidate their money. All's fair though, right? All right, let's get to VMPX. So I'm getting really excited for the launch now. It's on July 4th, so it's less than a week away. And I keep wanting to call it a launch, but it's really a mint rush is what it is. Okay, let me switch over to my account. Shout out to the 9 watchers. Hope you guys hit like, subscribe, and share. We're just hanging out. I'm gonna take a look at this mint rush. What are we gonna do? I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do. But I need to get the funds ready, so I kind of want to use this new tool over on Zen Turbo to get an idea of how much ETH I'm gonna need. You know, if I want, or I'm kind of debating on how I want to, I don't think I want to do it all at once. I might try to do a couple little spurts throughout the day, you know, see if, because ETH, what's going to happen is Gwei is going to shoot way up, and then it's going to come down a little, and then it's going to shoot way up, and then it's going to come down, and then it may go a little lower. So you really want to catch it when it's low. You don't want to blow all your money at once, but then there's also the risk that Gwei isn't going to come lower. It's just going to keep going higher and higher throughout the day. So it'll really depend on, I'm going to kind of do a wait and see approach. But they just added this over here. So the VMPX minting estimation. So I wanted to get super nerdy with this, and I wanted to try the same allocation at different Gweis. So if I was going to try to shoot for, you know, 1000 VMPX, what would the Gwei cost essentially at 50 Gwei, 100 Gwei, 200 Gwei, 500 Gwei. My computer wants to cooperate. All right, so we're gonna make a little spreadsheet here. We'll say Gwei, and we're gonna say ETH price, and we'll say total cost. And we need one for VMPX. So we're gonna we'll start with 1000 VMPX. And I'm gonna guess it's gonna be around 1900 like it is today. Might be more, might be less. We'll have to adjust on the fly. Gotta think in terms of ETH anyway, right? What's up, Dougie Fresh? It says, it seems there's at least some last minute stuff going on, VMPX and Zen. Curious how this will go. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if it's last minute. We've been talking about it for months, but I mean, it's definitely coming down to the last minute for sure. I'm really curious how high the Gwei is gonna get. So if we're talking 50, 100, I don't even want to do. Let's start out at 100. We'll go 100, 200, 300. You think Gwei could get past 500? Let's see. 70,000 Gwei. So yeah, it was spiking up to like 250. So we'll say 500. Maybe that's too much, but then we'll have an upper limit at least. So I gotta find how much power is 1,000 tokens. Is it 10? Is that how that works? It's gonna be 5, right? This tool's available on zenturbo.com. Shout out to those guys. I think this is awesome. So if I wanted to get 1,000 tokens at 100 Gwei, it's going to be about $136. Or wait. It'll be about $136. At 200 Gwei. Now that's interesting. So now it's saying it's a loss. You're better off buying it than minting it at this at 200 Gwei. Maybe that's too much. Maybe we should go 125, 150, 175, 200. Maybe 200 should be our max. What do you guys think? I'm kind of curious what you guys think. What do you think the Gwei will be? 60 Gwei is your limit? That's interesting because like that's kind of a normal day. Like 60 Gwei would be my limit for a normal day. You know, like if I'm burning some DBZen, I probably wouldn't burn it if Gwei's more than like 30 or 40. You know, but I might participate if I really want to. If it's, you know, if it's 60 Gwei. I want to see some outlandish. You know, the whole thing, the whole goal with this. Jack wants people to talk about it. He wants the Gwei to go through the roof, and we got to push it up there. And then people are going to say, "Oh, you broke ETH." You know, why was Gwei that high? It was because of the VMPX, this new token launch, got a bunch of attention. So that's kind of the goal. So higher Gwei, the better. But also, I want to participate and get my allocation, and I don't exactly have very much money, so. It'd be nice to be able to get a nice allocation, but I'm really banking on most of my allocation for X1 coming from burning, and I'm going to be participating in the burn auctions, and I'm burning for all the different projects except Zen Chiba. But so we're looking at 205. Actually, let's take the cents. That's too much. So now we can start to get an idea of how much we're looking at. You know, I can reasonably spend you know, a couple $100. So maybe I'll shoot for 1,000 tokens, and that's really all I'm going to go for. I'm not going to be able to get the 39,000 full power, you know, full Zen block of gas and Ethereum like some of these ETH whales can. But it'd be nice to come away with something, you know. Oops, I meant to make that a currency. What up, Zen? Zen. So we're just playing with this new VMPX mint price estimation tool over on zenturbo.com. So at 175 Gwei, 1,000 tokens would cost $239.39, and that's basically a 36% loss compared to buying the Ethereum or the Bitcoin side. I think that's what that means. And then the upper limit would be 273. Hell yeah. So that's interesting. That is pretty big price swing. If, you know, if at 100 Gwei, it costs $136 for 1,000 tokens. Compared to 273 for the same 1,000 tokens at twice the Gwei. That's pretty wild. I guess that's twice the price. I mean, it makes sense there. Now, does it apply the same for the higher limits? So like say I wanted to do 10,000 tokens. Let's see if it's that'd be 50, right? Is it just going to add a 0 to the total cost? Probably. Yeah, let's see. So we're talking about $1,300. So that's obviously out of my price range. I might be good. That might all. I think that's all I'm going to shoot for is just like 1,000 tokens. Just to, you know, say I participated. Get a small amount of the allocation. I'm not going to be able to put up an entire ETH, you know, multiple ETH. That's wild. I know people will though, that's for sure. You know, there's definitely going to be some people getting some big chunks of this allocation. And that's fair. You know, that's what it is. The important thing is there's no like team allocations and there's no, you know, shitty people marketing team getting like 30% and then they're going to build the website and dump everything. That's not going to happen with this. Everybody's going to have the same opportunity. It's just some people are going to have more of an opportunity than if you have the ETH, then you can play the game. But we're all on the same playing field, including the team and the developers. That's the important thing, really. Can you explain how the token allocation will be distributed during the 333 day auction? I know there's like 1 million Zen each day that'll be up for auction. Yeah, for sure. We'll go over it. So yeah, this is basically what we're looking at in price. There's going to be two kinds of buyers. Now, what's a full block at full power? That's got to be. So at 100 Gwei, it's going to cost $5,000 for 39. That's nuts. So I'm probably going to be in this range. I'm going to shoot for 1,000x. I'm going to try to get it under 150 Gwei. I'll be happy if I get 1,000 tokens for 200 bucks. I think that's pretty solid. What's up, Casey James? Welcome, welcome. I'm just using the new VMPX minting estimator over on Zen Turbo to get an idea of how much ETH I'm going to need for the Zen Independence Day party. And you can see it's quite a difference here. If you're looking to get 10,000 VMPX, it's going to cost over $1,000. If you're looking to get about 1,000, it's going to be less than 150. So it really depends on what your cost tolerance is. I'm curious if the Gwei is going to be, what the Gwei is actually going to be. There's a good chance it's higher than this. Maybe it'll hit 250 or 300. However, we were looking at this in August 2022. It almost touched 250, so it's never really been above 250. Maybe we'll set some records on the 4th of July and really blow shit up. That'd be nice. You know, burn a lot of Zen. I'm sorry, not burn a lot of Zen. Burn a lot of ETH by minting and using the gas. That, you know, that's gonna be fun way to get your allocation. I love how it's fair. You know, there's no pre-sale, there's no wait list, there's no like waiting for the LP to be added so we can all dump the price. You know, or the team's gonna dump the price the day after everyone buys. You know, that shit sucks. That's not gonna happen here. You know, the bigger questions that we're gonna have is once we get the tokens, who's gonna add LP first, and who's gonna, you know, how's that gonna work? I know it's gonna be paired with the bridge, and it should be paired 1-to-1 with the, you know, the BRC20 version. Not really sure how that's all gonna work yet. We're gonna have to dive into that. But yeah, just getting an idea of the cost right now. So I'll probably shoot 1,000 to 2,000 VMPX. I'm not going crazy. I'd like to spend. I'm gonna shoot for less than 500 bucks on my VMPX allocation. Yeah, that's marginally smaller than what I've been burning. You know, over the since last October. Almost the last year. But what's up, Team Cat? Welcome, welcome. Shout out to the 17 watchers. Hope you guys are having a good time. We're just going over Zen, talking about the Zen VMPX. So Dougie Fresh asked, does the can you explain the token allocation how it'll be distributed during the 333-day auction. There's a contract wait for everyone to buy on that day and then distribute the XN depending on how much Zen you burned. It does. That's exactly how it works. It's like the DB Zen protocol, except there's no DXN involved. There's going to be a lobby every day. The lobby will start at the same time. During the lobby, you'll be able to burn your Zen. It's going to rank everybody from the biggest burners to the smallest burners. And then when the period expires, it'll distribute the Zen based on percentages. So, you know, if you burned 1% of the Zen lobby that day, then you'll get 1% of the XN allocation that day. And it's always going to be 1 million tokens each day. So, you know, you can do the math there. But think of the DB Zen lobby. You know, that's basically how it's going to work. And hopefully we'll have some cool tools like on Zen Turbo and Zen.pub, or maybe some new tools that'll allow us to track the lobby each day. You know, some days are going to be better to burn than others. It also have to factor in the GUI, so it'll get expensive on expensive days. There will be less burners, so you might get more of an allocation. There's a whole strategy that you can think of, you know, when we're doing the 333 auctions. It's basically just DB Zen, except there's no DXN. You're getting XN tokens. Hell yeah. So I'm kind of curious what your guys' strategy is. It's good to see that VMPX is back over 10 cents. I think it's up to 15 cents right now. So I had that little dump down when the bearish news came out, but Jack set everything straight. I think they had an awesome Twitter space. There's a couple of YouTube videos floating around that kind of cooler heads will prevail. So it's been nice to see that. What's up, Howler? Welcome. How much daily Zen burn would you think the auction will average? That's a good question. That is a really good question. And one of the ways that I'm thinking about it is that everyone's going to burn through their Zen very early. So later on, there could be less Zen. You know, there may be less Zen in the lobby, so you're going to get more XN. But the other thing to consider is the amount of Zen that's being minted. So if the burn lobbies start they said September, I believe. So we're looking 333 days after September or October. You know, you have some big spikes, especially this day, you know, March 17th, 2024. That's the biggest Zen day, and that's going to fall within the burn auction. So maybe that's a bad strategy. Maybe there's going to be so much Zen released later that it's going to be worth it to burn it earlier when there's less of an allocation, or there's less Zen to burn, because it's really going to come down to how much does it cost to burn as far as the gas price, and then how much Zen is going to be liquid at that time. How many people are actually going to have Zen? Can we burn NFTs for X1? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I believe that's still in discussions. I know there's a lot of talk of that with the DB's NFTs. You know, will the DB's NFTs count? But then DB Zen kind of changed their mind, changed their game, and you're going to be able to claim your Zen NFT if you burn it for DB Zen, which is kind of different than what was originally proposed. I think that's cooler. But you won't get the credit for the Zen burn up front as if you were burning the Zen NFT earlier. And that was kind of the big question mark too. How are they going to figure out that estimated Zen? So now that they're not getting an X1 allocation for burning the Zen NFTs, because you're not burning Zen, you're burning the Zen NFT, you'll be able to extract your Zen NFT out of your DB's NFT and then claim it as if you would normally. It'll drain the power of your DB's NFT, but you'll be able to redeem the Zen NFT and get Zen. That's a lot. I feel like I'm saying the same words over and over again. Hopefully that makes sense. What would you think would be an average? 1 billion 5 days. It's tough. I really have no idea. I don't even know how we could figure that out. I think a good way to think about it would be to look at the DB Zen burn, maybe. I'm not sure if we can see that here. But same with all the burning projects. When they launch right away, everyone wants to burn that first day and participate the first day. I really do think the 333 auctions are going to be the long game. It's going to be a long game of burning slowly each day and maintaining a steady allocation. How I'm starting to plan for it is I'm kind of doing some shorter Zen mints. So I'm doing some Zen FTs that'll be due in September, October, November, December, January, rather than max minting. I'm only doing like 5 VMUs on Ethereum just to have some Zen to burn if it's a good day. If it's not a good day, I'll hold it to the next day. If there's not very many people in the lobby, the gas is low, best believe I'm going to burn that Zen I get. Started batch minting separate Zen batches once every week, 2 weeks for 205 days, specifically for XN. That's basically my strategy. I'm doing the same thing, really. I started the strategy 2 months ago, though. So as soon as they started the burn auctions, I'm like, damn, I'm going to need some Zen sooner than later. So I started doing the 1st of every month, and then the 1st and the 14th of every month. And now I'm basically doing once a week. Just kind of adding on as time passes. Hell yeah. So you guys want to hear a secret? I've been spending a lot of the last few days in code. Yeah, I've been working with ChatGPT on a lot of different code. I've been looking at Python scripting. I've been looking at Solidity contracts and JSON and updating the website and stuff. And I'm really starting to think about launching my own Zen burner project. I kind of want it to be on Pulsechain only. I think that'd be a pretty cool fit. It's I'm kind of nervous. I don't really want to run a coin, but I think that I want to add value to the system and kind of, get people talking. So I've been kind of throwing around this like Zen tree idea of burning Zen, Pulsechain Zen. Be cool if we could burn both classic Zen and Pulsechain Zen and get Zen token back. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Might do some kind of like buy and burn liquidity. What I'd really like to do is, burn half of it and then pair the other half of it with liquidity. But it's really complicated. I'm trying to learn the code and I'm taking it slow. If it does get somewhere and we test it out on the test net, maybe I'll launch it. I'm not announcing anything right now, though. It's just kind of been something I've been playing with, kind of launching these little stupid contracts and seeing what I could do with them. So the ultimate goal is to launch a Zen burner project on Pulsechain. Claudia says, please do it, but don't Pulsechain. It was such a mess. I agree. The only thing is there's no burner projects over there, which is why the price is so suppressed. Once DXN launches on Pulsechain, I think people will burn a ton of Zen, and the price of Pulsechain on Zen is going to skyrocket, just like it did for regular Zen when DBZen launched. So Pulsechain needs some love. It needs some activity. The other reason I picked Pulsechain is because everyone picks Polygon because Polygon's cheap, and we have Zen Shiba on Polygon and Zen Doge started on Polygon. Pretty much everything started on Polygon because it's so expensive to launch on ETH. You can kind of use these other chains as test nets. So rather than being the norm and launching on Polygon like all the other Zen projects, I think launching on Pulsechain, which is also very cheap, would be a good idea. But I also I'm trying to figure out how to actually verify the contracts on Pulsechain. So that's a whole other thing. I was able to launch a contract successfully, do some test trading with it, had some fun, but there's no way to verify it in the Code Explorer like there is on Etherscan and BSC Scan. So that should be interesting. I definitely want to keep it first principles. I'm not like trying to make any money off the token. I'm not going to have any tokens of myself. It's just going to be a free mint, just like everything. I was experimenting forking the Zen Doge contract and adding the liquidity functions, but we'll see. We'll see how far I can take it. It's just me and ChatGPT. No Zen on Arbitrum? That would be sweet. I was wondering when they were going to launch on Arbitrum. I think they launched the testnet, but nothing really ever launched with it. But honestly, what probably happened is they're ready to go for X1 now. They saw the technology of those layer 2s and it wasn't really interesting to them. I love that they gravitated towards Phantom though with the DAG technology, so that's pretty sweet. So that's pretty cool. Should we do the coin stats segment real quick? Let's see here. Let's see if I can do this without fucking everything up. What's up, everybody? Tree City Trading here with another edition of the Tree City DCA. Every Friday night, we DCA $100 into a cryptocurrency that we like, and tonight's no different. So as we're taking a look at our portfolio, tonight's the first night we're looking and we're actually up. So that's exciting to see. It's been 6 weeks so far. So far we've put in $600 and our portfolio is currently sitting at $613, up $18 totally, which is about 3%. So that's really exciting to see. It's kind of interesting that Bitcoin's been really the one that's performing lately, but all the altcoins are up after the pump today. So the fact that we've been DCAing into these altcoins at the low shows that it's really paying off, and Bitcoin's really only down 2 cents, so it's kind of moving sideways from our DCA. And that kind of leads me, we're going to keep it very simple today, very straightforward. As always, every show I mention it, I talk about the ratios, and I like to keep my ratios. I want my Bitcoin to be 50% of my portfolio. I want ETH to be 25%, and then I'd like the rest of the 25% to be altcoins. So today, we're going to buy $100 of the only red asset on our list. We're going to buy $100 of Bitcoin. There's a couple reasons why I'm buying $100 of Bitcoin today. It's not only, it's the only red asset, but also to celebrate the bitmap. So today was the bitmap blockout. Every Bitcoin block has been minted on bitmaps, so that's really exciting. So to celebrate, we're going to buy $100 of Bitcoin, and it's also the only red asset today in our portfolio. So this should increase our position in Bitcoin by quite a bit, our percentage. So we'll go ahead and add the transaction. Let me pull out the calculator here. The current price of Bitcoin. Let's see. So we're looking at $30,483. So we're going to divide 100 divided by 30483. So today we're going to buy 0.00328 Bitcoin. All right, and just like that, 7 weeks into the Tree City DCA, our portfolio's up about $18. Really, it's up $13 because we've been buying $100 each week, but every week's a little different. Now, if we take a look at our allocation, our Bitcoin's starting to get up there. It's not up to the 50% where I'd like it to be, but we're sitting at 43% Bitcoin, 20% ETH, 13% ADA, and then some other altcoins sprinkled in. So that's exciting to see. I hope everybody has a good weekend. Thank you for watching the Tree City DCA. Tree City Trading is out. Hell yeah. All right. So that was just the little Tree City Trading DCA segment we do every week. Yeah, the portfolio is starting to look pretty nice, right? We've been buying the lows. I've been trying to focus on the coins that are down, the coins where I see opportunity. So obviously we're only up 3%. That's nothing to brag about, but it's exciting to see we're not down. You know, last week we were down like $40 because of the big crash after the SEC, you know, announced Cardano and Polygon. Basically our entire portfolio were securities. So Good to see the turnaround. We bought the lows and now we're starting to reap the benefits. Casey James says, do you think MZen will keep falling towards the prices of Phantom Zen? It really depends. Let's take a look. I think I have some TA over here. Yeah, you can. I was really hoping for that. This is called a falling knife. The good thing is we are kind of holding nothing. Yeah, I mean, let's start this all over. Let's clear this out. Zoom out to the daily. We'll set some support. Oh my god. That's what happens when LP gets fucked up. So let's set some support levels here and see what we could see where we're going with MZen. So we got some here, here. That's interesting. So this was a heavy support and we wicked down to that perfectly. And up here too, we went up to this, touched it, went down. When we came below it again, we went up and touched it and went down. That same spot. That's interesting. So let's set these price targets. What are we looking at here? It's really common for high volume trading to retake the wick. So when you wick down to a price, that's usually someone targeting that area for purchases. So, you know, there's a buy order down there, it wicks down to the buy order, it gets bought up, and then it shoots back up. Usually that gets retaken because there's more people that want to buy down at that level. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come down to this 581 million zeros, 581. This is also kind of some confluence with this low back in January. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come down and touch that again, take this wick and touch that. I don't see it getting much lower than that, honestly. I mean, people are gonna buy it and burn it. Now people really have a reason to buy when the price starts getting this low. Casey says, I'm debating if it's worth try to grab a bag of MZen for 333, but the falling prices kind of scare me. For sure, for sure. Oh, yep, I agree. So if it does keep falling, I'd be watching these prices. We also have some interesting support right here, though. So you can see it kind of got rejected here once, got rejected here, then it broke through, and it's kind of coming back. So I wouldn't be surprised if it kind of stays like this or it comes down and tests that. Those are definitely two options. So if you're looking to buy it, you may want to set some DCA prices, you know, buy a little bit right now, buy a little bit at this level. If it keeps going, buy some down here, buy some down here, you know, and split it up to, you know, 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%. That way, if it does keep going, you'll get a nice allocation, but you can kind of see that these levels, it's staying true to these levels, which is good to see. It usually doesn't work on these shit coins either. By shitcoin, I mean coins with very low volume and very low liquidity. There's only 31,000 in liquidity on the MZen Matic pair. But it's holding these supports. That means people want to buy it down here. Anytime it's come this low, people have bought it up. So I'd watch for it to fall into that triangle. Yeah, hell yeah. Happy to look at charts. If you guys have any other charts you want me to look at, any other projects, definitely check it out. Or definitely let me know. But why don't we pivot? Why don't we go see what's popping with the bitmaps? They minted out last night. How cool is that? So there's almost 800,000 Bitcoin blocks, and each one was claimed. You know, when I started doing this last week, I didn't think they were going to mint out like in less than a week. I thought it was just going to be some funny thing that people were doing. So I I started minting the bitmaps, and then the next day there were fewer ones, and I was like, man, I wish I minted more of those. And then the next day there were fewer, and then it was, you know, first it was 100,000, and then I couldn't mint below 200,000, and then it was 300,000. A couple days ago it was 600,000, and now they're all gone. The only way to buy a bitmap is either to buy it off the marketplace or to wait for new blocks to be created and try to snipe it. And the sniping stuff is really where the gas wars come in. Whoever pays the most is going to get the block, and it's going to get ridiculous. So to celebrate, I actually lowered the prices on the store. So they were 25 bucks, lowered the price down to $19.99, and I also added a couple new designs. So we got the bitmap block 0, the Satoshi block. Basically says block 0, January 2009, 285 bytes. Basically just a bit feed bitmap look. So you can grab one of those. It's under $20 for the t-shirt. I also enabled international shipping, so if you're not in the US, you should be able to purchase one of these anyway. We also got the VMPX shirts. We got the DBZen shirt, Pulsechain.com shirt, which is probably my favorite one, to be honest. It's not my favorite project, but it's the shirt looks tight. It's colorful and it's nice. Got a new Zen design, got the TreeCityTrading. So if you're interested in t-shirts, if you like rocking those, definitely go cop the bitmap t-shirt or the VMPX t-shirt. Those are good. But yeah, the BLOCKOUT. So that's so exciting. I'm excited to see what's going to be built. So the homie 8-Bit, I won that 1501 bitmap in his stream. He actually opened up the Discord today, so you're able to join the semi-official bitmap Discord. Obviously, it depends what projects are created. New projects will be created. But yeah, look at this. This is wild. There are 0 bitmaps remaining right now. Every bitmap is owned. So if we head over to Ordinal's wallet, we can see how the volume's doing. We'll also pull up Magic Eden here, which is the other marketplace. Both very cool sites. And yeah, you can see the collection's on fire. Over almost a half a Bitcoin in 24-hour volume. Got 16,000 owners. How is that? That's wild. 7-day change is down 50%, but that's because people are flipping their bitmaps for cheap. A lot of people minted them for $1 and they're selling them for $2. So you can definitely get some deals if you're looking for a rare or bitmap. You know, a rare bitmap. So let's check out the volume on the sold here. I'm kind of curious. So here's some 4 digits. 1157 sold for 0099. That's basically 0.01 Bitcoin. So what is that? That's $300. So someone minted 1157 for $1.50, and then they sold it for $300. How's that for an ROI? Like, holy shit. Then we have some 5 digits here going for 0002. What's 0002? I think that's like 25 bucks. It's about 6 bucks. So the 5 digits are going for 6 bucks. Got some special numbers going for a little more than that. 271 went for 0003. So that's interesting. You can definitely cop some cheap ones if you're interested in it. You know, if you want, just because you didn't catch a mint, you can still get them for really cheap. And there's really no utilities. There's no nothing crazy happening with them yet. Once those first utilities get built, I think this is going to explode, especially when there's certain numbers. Like if there's a secret like 420 transaction club, there's going to be a mad rush to get those, and the prices of those specifically are going to fly up. The problem with the marketplaces right now is you can't really tell what's what. Like, it just says the number, and then you have to go do the research. But it'd be nice if they added like a little feature that said 69 transactions, the transaction happened with 250,000 Bitcoin, and you know, all the stats that we're putting value on, which is really interesting. Let's see what the activity is over here on Magic Eden. They usually have a little more activity, so yeah, it's about the same. Things are between like 3 zeros 1 and 3 zeros 2 for some 5-digit and 6-digit bitmaps. I think that's a steal. So let's take a look. So Bitcoin's 30,000, and this 5-digit bitmap is $3.60. So if you believe in it, if you think the 5 digits will be worth something, this guy basically minted it for $1.50 and now he's selling it for $3.60. So he gets a little 2x, but it's not outlandish. It's not like a, you know, some of these listings are like a half a Bitcoin. You know, my listings are pretty ridiculous. I was listing them for like 20 bucks. The best one I have is a Satoshi block. Well, it's not the best one I have. The best one I listed is a Satoshi block that has 420 transactions, and it's also a punk. So that I listed that one for 300 bucks. But nobody knows what that is on the marketplace. You can't see any of that. But yeah, the 1501's my pride and joy, though. That's for sure. That's for sure. Do you guys have any ordinals on Bitcoin? I got the Bitcoin Reaper, and then earlier today I bought the BitPepe. I just thought it was funny. I heard Crypto Bread talking about it. I don't even remember what I purchased it for. Let's take a look. I think it was like $5 or something. So I got it for 30229. And the floor price is like 301, so 3016. So it's down quite a bit. Man, what? There's a Rasta one though? Oh man, I'm an idiot. I gotta have the Rasta Reaper, right? I mean, the Rasta Pepe. You got 2 Reapers? Hell yeah, that's what's up. I'm over in their Discord. They seem like an active community, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, I minted one thing and like they just completely disappeared off the face of the planet. Those stupid Bitcoin pills or whatever. I thought it was kind of cool, like an orange pill. Yeah, these guys. It was a free mint, so I grabbed it, but you know, I spent $5 on the transaction fee or whatever, so it's kind of a waste of 10 bucks. Oh, I forgot I got this OG. This was that the game, the token from that game. So Magic Eden just added the BRC20s. I wonder if I could see this OG token over here. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. So 121 OGs going for $2.70. Oh, price per token, I see. So it's basically 30 cents per token. That's crazy. That's a lot more than I paid. I was able to catch the mint or whatever before it minted out, so I'm assuming it minted out. And are people buying this? I might just list mine real quick. I'll show you guys how to list a BRC20. Yeah, this might be still minting. There's no volume, so nobody's bought and sold it. Let's go check it on Ordinal's wallet. I'm curious if it's active over there as well. And this is kind of, I'm just showing you guys insight of what I do on this new Bitcoin stuff. This is all brand new to me, so I'm still learning right along with you guys. So I like to share my experience. It's really stupid to do what I'm doing. You shouldn't be showing your, you know, your wallet and everything, but I'm willing to do that to for the channel, you know, so you guys can see what's happening. Obviously, this isn't my main wallet. But let's see. I want to see if this OG is minted out. Yep, 100% minted. So that's kind of cool. Over on Unisat, it's going for about 26 cents. But is there activity? Yeah, there's a couple buys today. Nothing crazy. Should I try to flip it? You guys want to see how to list a BRC20? So on my inscription button, it basically gives you a list of your inscriptions. Hit the list button and it'll show your whatever BRC20 you have. Then you have to turn it into a transfer inscription. So when I list it for sale, I have to inscribe a new OG token that is called a transfer token, and then I'll be able to list that, and it'll transfer that Satoshi to someone new. It's kind of different than a mint token. You can't transfer a mint token. The mint token will stay forever in my wallet. So I'm gonna basically list 100 OG. So 26 cents is 865 sats. Yeah, let's go with 855. So I'm going to list 100 OG tokens for 855 sats per OG. I have to sign the transaction, which will create this new inscription. Basically going to cost me 84,000 Satoshis. And that's basically it. Hey, there's my Rasta bit Pepe. That's funny. No Pepe, no cry. Oh, damn. So I'm actually down on this. That's kind of funny. I'm gonna unlist this. I actually spent 1,050 Satoshis per OG. So I'll probably relist that then. Just blowing transaction fees. So if I bought it for 1050 sats, I'm going to list it for 1100. And this is that learning thing. I'm still learning here. This is what you should not do. List something and then unlist it and then list it again, then unlist it. It's pretty fucking stupid. So let's go for 1250. I don't think the transaction finished. No, it's right there. That's okay. I'll mess with that later. All right. Well, it's been a fun Friday night. I've been streaming for about an hour. I think we're about ready to wrap it up. We talked about the VMPX Flash Mint, my strategy at the beginning. We kind of created this little spreadsheet, kind of showed the prices for the Flash Mint. So if you want 100 VMPX at 100 Gwei, it's going to cost you $136. If you want 1,000 VPX at 200 Gwei, it's going to cost you $273. So it really is pegged to the gas price. 100 Gwei is going to cost you half as less as 200 Gwei. So hopefully we get that 50 to 100 Gwei range, but that we're not going to make the noise. Nobody's going to talk about it. If we start getting up into these 200, 250 Gwei ranges, I think that people are going to be like, what the hell is going on with ETH? What's spending all this gas? If you really want to be a whale and spend a couple ETH on this, you can mint 10,000 VMPX at 100 Gwei for $1,300. That's a bit out of my price range, unfortunately. I wish I could waste this on gas to get some VMPX token that has no value yet. But I'll play it safe. I'll probably do a couple $100 on July 4th, depending on the Gwei. So we'll continue to talk about that throughout the week, preparing for the Zendependence Day. We also talked about the bitmaps. The blockout was last night. All the bitmaps have been minted. So we're showing you how to list the bitmaps online, how you can find cheaper ones in the marketplaces at Ordinal's Wallet and Magic Eden. They both support BRC20s if you want to flip VMPX and OXBT and all the other BRC20s. They do the collectibles if you want to, buy the Bitcoin frogs or, the new OMB, the Ordinal Maxi Biz. This is from the same guys that did the Taproot Wizards. So, and then we also talked about the coin stats. We did the Tree City DCA. So, jam-packed Friday night. Hope everybody has a good evening. Stay safe, and we should be back tomorrow for another live stream. As always, thank you for watching. Tree City Trading is out.